No prompt received. Police sirens wails across New Heights City. The police are on the scene of the Mart massacre. One of the officers identifies the woman as the detective's ex-wife and says, "Wow." The detective is going to be very pissed when he finds out about his wife. James says, "Wait, that's his wife? Wow, that's mad. Just wow. If I were him, I'd be upset too." Officer says, "I know, right? She's wow. But yeah, you're the one to tell him. They are divorced now. But I think he should still think that we tell him instead of him seeing it on the news." James says, "Yeah, you're right. Telling him would be the option. But I hope he doesn't cry because there are no boats around." Officer says, "Really, James? Seriously? That's someone he knows and possibly still loves." James says, I know, but after that fight, I would build a bridge and get over it." Officer then sighs and says, "Not a joke. Go now before I get them to give you a strike for misbehavior." James says, Okay, I'm going, but I won't enjoy it, okay? Maybe a bit. Bye." James arrives at Detective Carter's house. Knock, knock. "Anyone home?" says James. James twists the doorknob to see if it's unlocked. Wow, is unlocked. He should really start locking his door. Wait, I hear something binging against something. "It's coming from the basement," says James. "Hello, NHCPD? Anyone there?" says James. He's still hearing banging, but it's getting louder, so I must be getting close to whatever that is. Wait, Detective? Is that you? Oh my God, Detective! Detective! I can't believe this. I have to call this in. James calls in. We have another one. It's the detective. I found him hanging in his basement, says James. Officer Jones responds seriously. The detective, "No, he was my best friend. We will arrive shortly, and please don't touch anything. I mean it. Every time you touch something, things get worse. Okay, I promise I won't touch anything. You have my word. Anyway, how long will you get here?" says James. "We will be there soon. Just stay put and don't touch anything," says Jones. "Wait, what's that in his hand?" says James. "Whatever it is, don't touch it. I mean it. Don't touch nothing, anything. Don't touch it," says Jones. Okay, I won't," says James. James decided to take that mystery object out of his hand and recognizes it.
"We're here, and please tell me that you didn't touch anything." "What the fuck is that? I specifically told you not to touch anything," says Officer Jones. "I know, but I really need to tell you something," says James.
Okay, what? And it better be a good explanation on why you are touching things at the crime scene without backup, says Officer Jones. So then, James, tell both Anthony and Jones about the ancient artifact. That is an old relic of raw mystical power called the Tolifier. It kills the hosts if uses its power, or holds it, or even touch it with his or her bare hands will instantly die.
Wow, I'm so glad I'm wearing gloves right now, says James. So if Anthony or I touch it, we will die, says Officer Jones. Yes. Wait. What is Anthony doing? Wait. Don't touch it, says James. Anthony then takes off a glove and grabs it and says, "Well, that was a lie. Some story. But what the? You guys hear that?" says Anthony. "No, hear what says Jones and James." Anthony says it sounded like a ghostly wail from above where I'm standing. But then I hear a whisper calling my name in this room. James then tells him first he will hear the wail, then the whisper from a distance, but it will get closer. And after you die. Anthony says, "That's not funny." James says, "I may joke around a lot, but this time I'm actually serious. And the ghost feeds off of your worst fears. Whatever you're scared of will come after. The sound is very close." "Wow, you shouldn't have left that out," says Anthony. Jones says, "How close does it sound now? And what's your fear?" Anthony says, "I'm scared of giant spiders." James says, "Wow, that very scary. Sorry, man. You gotta face it. If you don't, then you know." Anthony says, "Okay then," takes a deep breath and closes his eyes, reopens them, and see a gigantic spider. "Ah," screams Anthony. "Really? Why does it have to be a black widow?" It then webs him up and then picks him up and bit off his head and disappears in thin air, left a message. "Whoever carries in skin shall find tomb." James says, See, I told you, it's not a joke, nor fairy tale. I tried to warn you both about it, but now you see, it's not a lie. Jones, still staring in disbelief of the decapitated corpse of Anthony, and says, "This is unbelievable. We have to lock that thing in a box and throw it in the ocean, or push it so far in space, no one will find it." James says it will always come back to find another victim and take his or her life. No matter what we do, it won't stay where left. Joan says, "So where did the detective find it?" James, "Well, I'm guessing since Amanda was his wife, the artifact had called to him to find it. But that can't be possible." Jones says, "Well, we will figure out something. Till then, let's call this in." Jones, "Well, since I've seen what happened, I now believe almost anything that may seem impossible to now be possible. Just saying that, I really wish that this was a dream, since Anthony was a great partner and a great friend. How will I tell his wife what happened? This don't seem like a normal investigation. But wait, why are you looking at me like that? Like you have an idea."
Well, okay, so my idea is complicated, but now that since we know what and where it is, we can now try and find out how to stop it from finding another host. But I'm guessing it's not going to be as easy as it sounds. We may need an expert. Hey, I think I may know someone that can help, but I'm gonna have to warn you, she's a bit cuckoo. Okay, well, grab the artifact and let's go. And use gloves. I don't want you dead today. As annoying as you are, I may need you on this.
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. The weight. I'm annoying. How so? Never mind, it's okay. You did say you need me, and that's what matters.
See, that's what I mean. It's just the thing you do and the things you say. Never mind, we can do this later, but try and take this seriously. My friend, partner, just died in front of me due to some weird shit. Oh, sorry, that's my bad. I'm gonna grab the artifact and then we can go. Wait, what? Where did it go? It was just here a minute ago. Oh,
Jones is confused. Angry. Why? What the fuck is wrong with you? How did you even graduate from the academy? I really don't get it. You are just the dumbest person I've ever met. Jones walks away saying, "You're on your own. I'll find someone else who is smart and have actual experience. Someone that has an actual brain." Jones then walks up the stairs and sees her deceased partner and says, "Anthony, is that you?" She walks closer, places her right hand on his shoulder, and he disappears. She then bursts into tears,
and blames James for what happened, screaming, "James, it's all your fault." James heard her scream, "It's his fault," then walks up the stairs, sees her on her knees crying, and then tries to wrap his arms around her to comfort her. But she refused his help. She screamed, "Get away from me," backing up, not knowing there is a huge hole in the floor. Still screaming at him angrily, he then says, "Stop backing up. I'm trying to help you. There is a huge hole behind you." But it's too late. She took the final step and fell back into the basement. James asks her if she's okay, but she don't responds. But he then hears a scream coming from the hole she fell in and says, "Nope, not going to be me." And he that changes his mind says, "Ah, shit. I know she was mean, but she doesn't deserve this. No one does." James then goes down the basement to investigate. Where the hole leads to. In the basement. Turns out that holes goes deeper. Then the basement. But he then tries to figure out, how did he hear the scream coming from the basement? Uses his flashlight to examine the hole and says, "Wow, where does this lead to? Wait, is that the artifact? It's just there on her forehead." Jones then opens her eyes, and they are bloodshot red, with blood dripping down her eye socket, down going her face, and then says, "Her body, her rage, her hate, her soul is now mine to control. Tell the town that there will be severe consequences if they don't find my body. No one came looking for me for years, and I want my revenge for them covering it up." "Jones, what are you talking about? Get out of there. Why are your eyes like that? Why do you sound different? Like, why is your voice so deep? Did you hit puberty?" "I see her hate is for you. She must really hate you. And I see why. You are the most annoying and the most stupid human I've met in ages." "Yes, I knew it. Jones, stop with that act. You're not fooling me. You said that earlier. It hurt my feeling, but I know you didn't really mean it." Jones inside the spirit says, "Yes, I did. I meant every word. You're just too stupid to understand." Spirit Jones then says, "She broke my control just to say that. You know what? I'm leaving you here. They will just figure it out. The hard way. Earth
dies in 3 days. She then disappears.
Then says, wait, oh no, she's possessed. I have to do something. And then calls in, we have an emergency. Jones is possessed. I need backup. It's urgent. Officers then ignores the call because they all know he's a screw-up. But one says, James, please get off the comms. This is a serious job. No games. Stop joking around.
I'm serious. Please, it's Jones. She need our help. The comms. No response. Oh, well, I guess it's up to me. It's time to get serious. Will James figure out the next path to take? Will he gain enough knowledge and take things more serious to fix and or get rid of the spirit for good to save Jones? Or will he die to stupidity?
No prompt received.